In 1981-82, the West Indies were pretty hard to beat. Not too many teams beat them. They came to Australia. First Test match was played in Melbourne. Greg Chappell, by that stage, had a gutful of the MCG wicket. He'd been complaining about it for quite a long time, and in his opinion, nothing was done to fix it up. And this was generally the wicket at the MCG kept low, but this was a really bad one because some would keep low and some would kick up. The West Indies had probably one of their best attacks ever. You know, they had Andy Roberts, Michael Holding, Joel Garner, Colin Croft. A pretty decent force in that, and a lot of pace. And Australia were in deep trouble, 3 for 8 when Kim Hughes came into bat. And there's a couple of reasons why I've chosen this innings. He got 100 out of 198. That's a pretty amazing percentage of the runs, particularly when you bat at number 5. And the other thing was the bravery required in this innings. Kim Hughes was could be a funny type of player. He was the sort of guy that you almost felt that he went by numbers rather than the actual delivery. It was almost, I've seen him basically block half volleys, and then the next ball will be a really good length ball and he'll smash it or try and smash it. And that's why I always thought that he might have played by numbers rather than the actual delivery that came down. But this day, if he was playing by numbers, he chose right every time. He was impeccable. And the courage, I mean, he took the West Indies quickies on. He pulled them and he hooked them. And it was an innings of great bravery, great daring, because not only do you need the physical courage when the ball, some are kicking up and some are staying down. That's a batsman's worst nightmare, particularly when he's up against genuine pace. But it takes a lot of mental fortitude in those circumstances, to take the bowlers on. And that's exactly what Kim Hughes did. He scored 100, and he was not out, he wasn't dismissed, 100 out of 198. Australia finished up trailing slightly on the first innings, but they went on to win the match. And eventually the West Indies tied the series at 1-1. So really that was an unbelievably good result for Australia. And the reason why it was such a good result was purely that innings played by Kim Hughes in the first test at the MCG. It's probably the bravest innings that I think I've ever seen. And certainly under the circumstances, it ranks very high.